Yes, indeed. Broken glass everywhere. Now it's time for me to civilize the whole classroom. Interesting topic. Family. Let's talk about family for a minute. And when I say family, I mean man, woman, and child or children, or husband and wife and child or children, living in a positive, progressive household. The appearance of Asar, Aset, and Heru. Just a beautiful family, the Trinity. You know what I'm saying? But let's look at the word family. Let's look at the definition of family.
We've only just
Oh yes, indeed. I like this.
Now let's look up the definition to the word family. A group of one or more parents and their children living together as a unit. Now that's the definition of the word family. So by that definition, most of us was raised by one or more parents, so we was in the family, the majority of us. But I'm talking about the trinity of man, woman, and child, just a family, just walking around the store and you see that trinity. The beautiful black woman, her man, and their seeds. Man, you don't really see that no more, man. In this era, that we kind of existing in right now, from my perspective and from my lens of what I seen, the family is disappearing. There was a study that said 67% of black teens under the age of 18 lives in a household without a father, as opposed to 24% of the mother people. You know what I'm saying? But they say men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. The numbers are paralleling with my reality and what I'm saying, through my own lens. They yo man, that's real. That's a high number. With that, I ask myself the question: how many married people do I know? And I ain't talking about a bunch of old people. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about in my age group, in my age bracket. How many married people do I know? Or out of 10 people that I know, how many out of that 10 are living in a family structure? You know what I'm saying? With the man, woman, and child. Or like, how many people do you really know that's living in that family structure? Now this is not to promote marriage by no means. By no means. But I'm talking about the visual presence of man, woman, and child, a family. You don't see that no more, man. You don't see that nowhere. If you just look at that stat, that means it's millions of people walking around this planet that has never been or seen or been a part of a real family dynamic, with the man, woman, and the child. You know what I'm saying? Or they never been a part of that Holy Trinity, myself included. I didn't grow up in a Holy Trinity, but is that a good thing or a bad thing? That's yet to be determined. You know what I'm saying? That's yet to be determined. But really, I'm a cold piece. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cold piece of work, baby. But that family thing, man, the family is disappearing. But that number, that's an alarming number. But that number kind of been like that for a long time. And like I said, just the family. You don't really see that no more. Now just think about this. We're approaching the so-called holidays or the holidays, with the Thanksgiving and the so-called Christmas and all that. When you go to Thanksgiving dinner and when you go to Christmas dinner, tell me how many married people at the family function. It ain't a lot of married people in your family, man. Going on with that, man. It's that's not promoted like that, and you don't really see it like that. I bet. And I'm saying that because that's a gathering of so-called families. When you go to Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner, count how many of your relatives are married. And when you do that, do the knowledge. Count and tell me how many of your friends are married. And I'm just saying that, if you're a part of the other race, that's cool, but I'm talking about people that look like me. How many people you know that's married, man? You don't really know that many married people, man. You know that. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? When's the last time that you've been out in the world, like shopping or going to a restaurant, just picking up things from the store, and you look around and you see an abundance of families. You don't see that, man. You don't see the husband and the wife and the kids and everybody holding hands and they going to get groceries or they going to a restaurant. You don't really see it like that, man. Look, check this out. I think it's promoted for people to have kids without being married. Seriously. And I had my first son when I was in high school, so this ain't about that. But I'm just saying, when you out and you shopping, and when you out in the world, do you see families around? When a brother like me see the family out together, I usually salute the man, you know what I'm saying, and tip my hat to the queen, you know what I'm saying, just for giving me that image of the day, because you get extra points in the morality department of, the family evolution, but nowadays, you're a part of the chosen few, like they say in the military, the few and the proud and the brave. When you are married and everybody know you married, yo man, the few and the proud and and the married, you know what I'm saying? But you get extra points for that. Even in sacred places, like the church. It ain't nothing but single people in the church, man. When I was a child, it looked like everybody in church was a part of a family structure. But, even in sacred places, man, you don't see families. And I'm saying, going back to that number, to that stat, and you line that up with the visual, yo, man, that's parallel, man. Shit, you just don't see families together. But, just from my optics, I'm a pretty nice looking guy, too. With my pretty brown eyes. But, just from my optics, it just look like everybody in the world just doing their own thing, But in this visual of the Holy Trinity, we forgetting about the best part, which is the understanding. And the understanding is the babies, because the cream always rises to the top. The cream was the best part until Wu-Tang got it and changed it to cash rules, everything around me, go through the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? But, we forgetting about the understanding, we forgetting about the babies. So in saying that, look at the cycle, how could you know how to be in a family and run a family when you never been in one and you never seen one? That's a continuous cycle. Yeah, that's a continuous cycle. So that means every time that you attempt to get into a family structure, you never seen it, so everything that you're doing, you winging it. You know what I'm saying? I had my family early in life. You know what I'm saying? Very, very early in life. And I had to wing that thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, when you never been around something, you're going to go into something unadvised. You know what I'm saying? Or you may become a family, you know what I'm saying, under, dumb intentions, you know what I'm saying, or intentions that's not well thought out, you know what I'm saying. It'll be you and the queen against the world, but y'all have no blueprint, or to how you even move that thing, you know what I'm saying. But some people, most of us who didn't grow up in that Holy Trinity, we turned out all right. And once again, this is not about being in toxic and abusive relationships or anything like that, or promote marriage. I'm just saying, just look, how many married people do you know? How many people do you know that's in a family? You know what I'm saying? I know some people who have no intentions of being in a family. Most women that I see now, they just get the baby just because it's supposed to be with them. It wasn't never a thing of me and this man that's finna go have this baby and live this life together. You know what I'm saying? So from my own optics, and you know, by the numbers, and we know mathematics is Islam, and Islam is mathematics, you know what I'm saying? Once we add that up and draw that up, man, we need to do something about that, because that is terrible that millions of people in the world never been a part of a family and never seen one. You know what I'm saying? That's a terrible, terrible cycle. It's the bearded Heru, and everything is real. Peace.
We've only just
Oh yes, indeed. I like this.